Hello everyone, welcome to this yoga foundational video for the yoga asana Garudasana or eagle pose. Eagle pose is a very strong pose. It is great for working on leg strength but most of all, you know my jam, it's all about working on balance, focus, concentration, and confidence. So let's go ahead and get into our eagle pose, Garudasana. So for eagle pose, we're going to start in a standing position. As with all standing poses, remember we start with our foundation, making sure our feet are firmly grounded into the mat. All of our toes are pressing in and all of our four corners of our feet are connected. Once we get that, we're going to go ahead and shift our weight to one foot. In my case, I'll do my left foot. The right foot then will rise up, raise that foot up, and cross it over at the knees as you're crossing your legs, and sink those hips down. So you remember when we did chair pose, it's the same position as chair poses, though you're going to sit back in a chair. The differences here is we're doing this on one foot. So we'll be crossing the right foot, right knee over the left, and pressing those outer calves together. So here we are in one modification or one version of eagle legs. To continue, you can bind one more time, wrapping those toes around the back of your standing calf. Here we are in our eagle legs, bound twice. So if this leg position is a little bit challenging for you, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the modifications you can do to ease into this. So one of the things you can do is just simply cross your foot over, your knee over, and place that lifted toe just to the mat, and you can use that as a kickstand. Pushing those hips back into a chair position here, and just working on balance here. Another modification is you could also use a block, placing a block next to your standing foot, crossing that knee over, and placing those toes on that block to help with balance. Another option, so this is on the highest. You can also go down to the lowest, pull it a little bit closer if you'd like, find your little sweet spot there, and work on balance and like this. That's perfectly fine as well. So for eagle pose, we'll go ahead and shift our weight to one leg. Take the opposite leg, cross it over into a cross-leg position. Sink those hips down and wrap that lifted foot behind and around the standing leg calf, twisting, and this is binding the legs twice. Eagle legs. Now, for our arm position here, we're going to look down at our legs. Whichever leg is on top, it will be opposite for the arms. So in my case, my right leg is on top, so my right arm will be under my left. So we'll go ahead and bring those elbows stacked again, wrapping right under left this time, and binding once or binding twice, bringing those palms together. Now in eagle arms, we're going to lift the elbows and press those palms towards the front of the room. Now I want to demonstrate that from the side view because I think that helps a lot. So we'll wrap the arms, stack one elbow over the other, wrapping once or twice, pulling those palms together, pulling those elbows up and palms toward the front of the room. Now in this arm position, you can really feel a deep, deep stretch in the upper shoulders. Feels so good. So that is the eagle arm position. To modify this eagle arm position, one option is to simply bring your elbows together. Raise those elbows up, palms to the front of the room. This is a less intense stretch. It's stretching and doing a good job as well, so you can try that. Or you can simply cross your arms over and grab opposite shoulders, giving yourself a little hug there. And this as well gives you a nice upper back, upper shoulder stretch. So that's eagle arm position options. So let's go over that one more time. And this time we're going to add in our core and spine alignment. Go ahead and shift your weight to one foot. Stack the opposite foot over the standing one, wrapping those legs once or twice, finding your modification here that works for you. For our spine and core, we're sitting those hips back and we're trying to keep the spine long and straight by hugging the belly in, tucking that tailbone just a bit, mindful of our chest pulling kind of forward and up to open that up. Crown of the head is pulling towards the top of the room. Once we have that alignment, we go ahead and take our arm position, whichever one you've chosen. Focus, finding a focus point that isn't moving. Breathing, feeling your breath, connecting to that breath to support you in your balance. Raising those elbows and pressing those palms towards the front of the room. Eagle pose. There it is. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for joining me.